Bitcoin, it's the buzzword of the century, capturing the imagination of investors and tech enthusiasts alike. The supposed future of finance, promising a decentralized world where banks are obsolete. But let's be honest, it's confusing as hell. The jargon, the technology, the volatility, it's a lot to take in. Essentially, Bitcoin is like digital cash, a form of currency that exists only in the digital realm. You can't hold it in your hand, no matter how real it feels in your digital wallet. You can't put it in your wallet, well, not a real one anyway. It's all zeros and ones, stored in a digital format. It exists only online, secured by a complex system called blockchain, which is essentially a decentralized network of computers. Think of it like a giant digital ledger tracking every Bitcoin transaction ever made. Sounds impressive, right? Don't be fooled. This ledger is public and immutable, meaning once a transaction is recorded, it can't be changed. This complexity is part of the problem. The more intricate the system, the harder it is for the average person to understand. It's difficult to understand, making it harder to trust. And trust is a crucial element when it comes to money. And trust me, when it comes to your hard-earned money, trust is paramount. You want to know that your investment is safe and secure. So before you jump on the Bitcoin bandwagon, remember this: you're essentially buying into a digital promise. You're essentially buying into a digital promise. A promise that this digital currency will hold its value, that it will be accepted as a form of payment, and that it will be secure. And promises, as we all know, can be broken. The value of Bitcoin can fluctuate wildly, and its acceptance as a form of payment is far from universal. So tread carefully and do your research before diving in. Imagine a roller coaster. The anticipation as you climb that first hill, the exhilaration as you plummet down the other side, the twists and turns that leave you breathless. Now imagine that roller coaster is controlled by a hyperactive, sugar-crazed toddler. One moment you're climbing steadily, the next you're in a freefall, and you have no idea what's coming next. That's Bitcoin's price volatility in a nutshell. It's a wild ride full of unpredictable ups and downs that can leave even the most seasoned investors feeling dizzy. One day, it's soaring to record highs, making early investors feel like geniuses. They see their portfolios swelling, their dreams of financial freedom within reach. The next day, it's plummeting faster than you can say cryptocurrency, leaving countless others financially ruined. The same investors who were celebrating yesterday are now scrambling to salvage what they can. This isn't investing, it's gambling. The stakes are high and the house always has the edge. You might think you have a strategy, but in reality, you're at the mercy of forces beyond your control. And the odds, my friends, are not in your favor. The market is unpredictable, and the chances of coming out ahead are slim. You might get lucky and buy low, sell high. It's the dream scenario, the one that keeps people coming back for more. But you're more likely to buy high, watch in horror as the price tanks, and end up selling low out of sheer panic. The emotional roller coaster can be overwhelming, leading to rash decisions and significant losses. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a get-poor-even-quicker scheme. The allure of quick profits can blind you to the risks, but remember, for every success story, there are countless tales of financial ruin. So, hold on tight, or you might just get thrown off. Here's a scary thought. Bitcoin is largely unregulated. That means no government oversight, no consumer protection, no safety net if things go south. It's the Wild West of finance, and you're a lone cowboy wandering through a land of outlaws and bandits. Think about it. When was the last time something being unregulated turned out well? This lack of regulation makes Bitcoin a breeding ground for fraud, scams, and all sorts of shady activities. Remember those Nigerian prince emails promising you millions? Bitcoin scams are like that, but with a modern tech-savvy twist. Don't fall for it. We all know climate change is real. We know we need to reduce our carbon footprint. So why are we supporting a currency that's an environmental disaster waiting to happen? Bitcoin mining, the process by which new Bitcoins are created, consumes an insane amount of energy. We're talking about enough electricity to power entire countries. And where does this energy come from? Mostly fossil fuels, the biggest contributor to climate change. So congratulations, Bitcoin investors. You're not just gambling with your money, you're gambling with the future of our planet. Not exactly a winning strategy, is it? Remember that complex blockchain technology we talked about? The one that's supposed to make Bitcoin so secure? Well, guess what? It's not as foolproof as you might think. While blockchain technology itself is incredibly secure, the platforms and exchanges where you buy and sell Bitcoin are a different story. These exchanges are prime targets for hackers. They see them as a gold mine, a treasure trove of digital wealth just waiting to be plundered. Hackers love a good challenge, and they're really good at what they do. Bitcoin exchanges where you buy and sell Bitcoin are constantly being targeted by hackers. And when they succeed, the results can be catastrophic. People lose their life savings in the blink of an eye. Imagine waking up one morning to find that all your hard-earned money has vanished. It's a nightmare scenario. And don't even get me started on the horror stories of people forgetting their Bitcoin wallet passwords. Those Bitcoins are gone forever, lost in the digital abyss. It's enough to give you a digital nervous breakdown. The decentralized nature of Bitcoin means there's no customer service to call, no way to recover those lost funds. It's a harsh reality that many have had to face. So, while Bitcoin and blockchain technology offer incredible potential, they also come with significant risks. Always be cautious and make sure to take every possible security measure to protect your digital assets. Gold. It's tangible. It has industrial uses. It's been a store of value for centuries. Bitcoin, not so much. It's just lines of code existing solely in the digital realm. It has no intrinsic value. Its worth is based entirely on speculation, on the hope that someone else will be willing to pay more for it in the future. That's not investing, that's a pyramid scheme with a fancy name. And just like all pyramid schemes, eventually it will collapse, leaving a trail of financial devastation in its wake. So, if Bitcoin is a bad investment, what are the alternatives? Glad you asked. There are plenty of ways to grow your money without resorting to the digital Wild West of cryptocurrency. Invest in the stock market, buy some real estate, start a small business. Heck, even a high-yield savings account is a safer bet than Bitcoin. These investments may not offer the allure of overnight riches, but they provide something far more valuable: stability, security, and peace of mind. Let's recap, shall we? Bitcoin is volatile, unregulated, bad for the environment, vulnerable to hacking, and has no intrinsic value. It's like the financial equivalent of a dumpster fire. Sure, you might get lucky and make a quick buck, but is it really worth risking your financial future on something so inherently risky and unpredictable? I think not. There's a reason why financial experts, economists, and even your grandma are wary of Bitcoin. They know a bad investment when they see one. We've all heard the stories. The early Bitcoin adopters who became overnight millionaires, the ones who struck it rich and retired to their own private islands. But for every Bitcoin success story, there are countless others who lost everything. Don't be blinded by the hype. Don't fall for the FOMO, fear of missing out. Make informed financial decisions, protect your money, and please, for the love of all that is good and holy, stay away from Bitcoin. Now, before you accuse me of being a Bitcoin hater, which I totally am, let me just say this. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. This is just one man's opinion, albeit a very well-informed and hilarious one. But seriously, folks, do your research. Talk to a qualified financial professional, and whatever you do, don't invest more than you can afford to lose, especially not in Bitcoin. John Oliver is a comedian, writer, producer, political commentator, actor, and television host. He is the host of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver on HBO, for which he has received numerous awards, including 23 Primetime Emmy Awards, known for his satirical take on current events and his deep dives into complex issues. Oliver is a vocal critic of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. He believes that they are a risky and speculative investment, and he frequently uses his platform to educate the public about the dangers of the cryptocurrency market.